Hey guys, it's Dean here. And although this happened yesterday, I had a lot of stuff happen. I wanted to do this video yesterday, but I just did not have the time. But Brian Flores is out as the Dolphins head coach, which is the last thing I expected to happen to us. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's necessarily a terrible thing. Oh, some people are gonna kill me for that, but I don't. But it's the last thing I expected to happen. I did think 100% he was getting another season. But he's not, and we have to deal with that. And a lot of people around the league, such as Dan Orlovsky right here, they don't like it, and I can understand why. I can understand why you wouldn't like it necessarily, but I don't think it's not like we fired Vince Lombardi. We didn't fire Bill Belichick. This is a under 500 head coach who's never been to the playoffs. It's not as bad as people are making it out to be. It's just simply not. You watch this first half. I thought he'd be fired, but. Okay, let's take just the first half of the season. You'd fire him just for that. We had the worst defense in the league. We had Jesse Davis. Well, we had Jesse Davis starting all year, but Jesse Davis starting at right tackle. A terrible offensive line. No running game. And he got outcoached by Urban Meyer. Let's not forget that. He got outcoached by Urban fucking Meyer. You can't let that happen. You don't let. He got 2 career wins, not counting his last one. 2 career wins against us and the Bills, which we have to live with for the rest of our life. And unlike the Bills, we had a chance to win, and he simply got out coached in the last 2-minute drill of the game. It was a pure out coaching thing, which is what I don't understand how that happened. And then you look at this second half of the season, and it gives you hope that he'll stay, or hope that we can keep this up. But that's just not the case. And don't get it twisted. He didn't get fired simply because of his coaching. He is a good coach. He's gonna go somewhere. He's probably the best coaching hire available right now for other teams. He's gonna go somewhere. He's gonna be paid big bucks. Probably, my guess would be the Jags. Personally, I think he'd go to the Jags, but. He wasn't just fired for his coaching. He got fired because he butted heads with a lot of people in the organization, most importantly Chris Greer, who it seems that Stephen Ross chose between the two of them and he picked Greer. And I'm not saying it was the right move, but I see why he did it. We've had our problems with Greer, we really have, but he's been with this organization for 21 years, and I assume he's close to Stephen Ross. And he's not going to pick B Flow over Chris Greer. It's just not going to happen. And not to mention, Chris Greer just had a home run of an NFL draft. We've got potentially 2 All-Pros. I don't think Jalen Waddle's not going to be an All-Pro. But Javon Holland, I think, is going to be an All-Pro. If not first team, then second team All-Pro. Not to mention, we also drafted Christian Wilkins, who had a breakout season this year, who also is going to be an All-Pro. So, Chris Greer, while he has issues, he is I think he's a good GM. I do. I don't think he's great. If he got fired, I wouldn't cry about it, but he's not bad. He's pretty good at free agent signings, except for this Will Fuller one, but I'm not even going to blame him for that. That was such a weird situation. I can get into that. That could be a whole video by itself. But let's go look at what other people are saying. We got Jason Sarney here. He's talking about verbal aspects of how Flores delivered his motivation was quite demotivational. Things like, if you don't block, you won't be here. Stuff like that. And I've been hearing this a lot more, not just from Jason, but from other people. Even we had Omar Kelly talking about earlier. There's this rumor going around. He didn't spread it, but he was answering something about it. There's rumor going around that Flores had Tua drug tested 4 times at the start of the season. And this next part isn't a rumor, but there was a huge argument during halftime at Tennessee where F-bombs were dropped, and Tua was talking about you can't talk to people like that. Flores said something like you got to play fucking better, something like that. And yeah, apparently that happened with a lot of people. It's pretty decently documented that Xavier Howard, our best player, did not like Brian Flores. Our best player, I have this jersey for a reason. I have his name on the back of this jersey for a reason. He's our best player, and if you can't get along with our best player, I don't know what to tell you. And you can't get along with our young quarterback, not only not get along with Tua, but not support him for 2 years. Genuine. That's also not a rumor. That's evident. He did not support Tua. He just didn't. He had a bottom 5 offensive line both years. Terrible play calling. 4 offensive coordinators in 3 years. 3 Was it 3 offensive lineman coaches in 3 years? That's crazy. When you can't put together a good staff, I don't know what you expect to do offensively. I don't know what you expect. So I really don't think it's as terrible as people are making it out to be. Will the defense regress if we don't get someone? If Josh Boyer stays the defense coordinator, I think it regresses. Not a lot. I think it becomes a middle of the pack defense overall. But if we get someone like Vic Fangio or Mike Zimmer to play defensive coordinator for us, this defense can be just fine. Will it be what Flores had? No, it won't. I don't think so. I think that Flores is the best defensive mind in the game. But I don't think it's that big of a drop-off. I think we're going to be just fine. I do, depending on who we hire as a head coach. And we have to hire an offensive-minded head coach. We just have to. Let's see. I know we got enough. Let me go to Adam. Let me look up Adam again. Let's go up here. He had talked about we are interviewing 3 people as of right now. I'll try and find them for you. But I know it's Brian Dable. Oh, here we go. Oh, shit. Where'd it go? Dolphins submitted a request to interview Bills OC Brian Dable, however you want to say it. I think that's a great hire right there. I'll talk about what I feel about who we can hire and who not to hire in another video. Actually, I'm going to work on this right after that. Work on that right after this. I know we asked who is it? Mike. Who is it? It's Mike McCarthy. Not Mike McCarthy. He's on the Niners. He's their offensive coordinator. I really like that. If we have to hire a first-year head coach, we don't have to, of course, but if we do, I want it to be him, I think. No, that's not necessarily true. I think about that more, but I do like him because I love that 49ers offense in general. I think that's the best offensive scheme you could possibly have for Tua. Now, mind you, Tua might not be the quarterback next year. He might not. Stephen Ross said he'd leave it up to the next coach. And if the next coach looks at Tua and is like, I don't want you to be our quarterback, I'm going to go get Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, whoever it is. I just hope we don't draft a quarterback because this year's draft class is dookie. But he might not be a quarterback, but if it is the case, I think that's an offense that fits him well. I think Brian Dable, who coached him at Alabama and has talked highly of him, would be a great head coach for him. We'll just have to see. I just feel like it has to be offensively. I know we put in a request to talk to Dan Quinn, which don't get me started on that we should not be anywhere near that. Do not get that twisted. But that's all for right now. I'm going to start working on this head coaching thing video about right now, so I'll talk to you guys later. Fins up, baby.